Hey, it's Game Hydra. Today we got a video for you for Whittle Defender, which is the newest game by Habby, which of course is best known for Archero, Archero 2, Survivor IO, and countless other, I would call them S-tier roguelikes. This is, of course, another S-tier roguelike, so Habby is kind of sticking to what they know best, which, hey, you know what? That's a pretty smart decision. We're going to go over some tips, tricks, cheats, strategies, etc. for Whittle Defender. So the tagline that they have for this game is no dodging, only domination, which, if you hadn't guessed it, means that the gameplay is a little more automated. You don't necessarily control the characters. You instead upgrade them. You choose the upgrades and you choose the characters. So it's a little more like a Galaxy Defense type of game in that regard. All right, so starting off, see these see where it says clear chapter 7 at the bottom left corner. This is the quests, and completing those quests is actually what unlocks everything in this game, not gaining player levels or making it to the next chapter. Clearing the quests, because there's a lot of them to complete, and there's a lot of different stuff to unlock. Alright, our missions, I should say, because there's a quest button in the top right corner. Here it is. That's daily quests and things like that. Be sure to collect these, and be sure to collect anything where you see a red exclamation point. That 90% of the time means that you got something to collect. Over here, for example, you collect Battle Pass rewards. There's always a ton of events going on because this is a Habby game. So go here, see what kind of events you got, see what kind of free prizes to claim you got. For example, rate up hero summon tickets are slightly more rare than just standard hero summon tickets. You gotta have about 70, 80 summons before you can actually use them. So we got this event going on, Azor Exorcism. Let's take a look at what that entails. Now, most of the dungeons in this game contain variations of the gameplay where you have something like 5 to 10 skills to start with. So we're gonna kind of go over the skills to use. Now, we'll go over the characters in a little bit, but ultimately you want to use the skills that are associated. First of all, you want to equip the rarest characters on your team, because rarity is the driving factor, and you want to start with the rarest characters. We're going to go Quick Blade because that is our red tier character, and then we're going to go with Multi Lightning. That is a character that's not that rare, but he punches way above his weight. We'll get into that in a little bit. Fast Lightning, Multi Orbs. Let's go Multi Orbs. That's one of our legendaries. Icicle Damage, legendary. The Boulders, another legendary. Fast Lightning increases the movement speed 100%. That's always nice. And then we're getting close to our final upgrade. Oh, let's get out of here. See the little gems below the skill. That means that the skill chains together with skills after it. And once you complete all the rungs of that chain, you'll be able to unlock an epic version of that skill, which is usually grossly overpowered. So we're going to keep going with that. Now, as you can see, your characters just stand in the middle. They don't really, they can't move them around. Now, because this is a raid battle, we're going to get absolutely smoked early on. But because it's a raid battle, that counts as a victory. That counts for rank. And once the rank season is over, as you can see at the top, 14 hours, 59 minutes, you will get some rewards. And the higher your rank, the higher the rewards. So we're going to go to the hero menu, show you what we're talking about. You can deploy 5 heroes at a time. Now, upgrading the level of your hero, obviously you need more hero experience than we got. So we're going to go over to Patrol. Claim our offline earnings. Now, claiming the Quick Patrol earnings, also a very good way to get a ton of the good stuff, coins, hero experience, etc. And you got 2 advertisement boosted Quick Patrols per day. Be sure to use those if you got patience for advertisement videos, and even if you don't, honestly, that's an area where it's a really good use for them. Now we can upgrade our heroes. So you can not upgrade undeployed heroes. You can upgrade deployed heroes. There is a very good reason for that, and that is because you're not upgrading the hero, you're upgrading the hero slot. So if you replace a hero, there is absolutely no need to downgrade their level first. I'll show you. So our mythic dude here, the Demon Spawn Zane, is now level 18, obviously our highest level hero. And by the way, this is the guy that punches way above his weight, the Novice Priest Zabby. So if you have lower ranking heroes, you're pretty new to the game, put that guy into your party, seriously. He is so much more effective attack-wise than other legendary grade heroes or purple grade heroes. Anyways, so let's replace Zane with the dude that looks like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. So we're going to pick that guy. Voila. Brisa is now level 18. Zane is now level 1. So we're going to try switching him back because I'm not switching Zane out of the party because he's so grossly overpowered that we don't want him being out of the party. But upgrading your heroes or your hero slots is the primary way to level them. Now, you'll unlock the hero gallery after a certain amount of quests. You can go here and claim free diamonds, or free gems rather, for every hero that you unlock. You can even claim it for every enemy that you unlock. We'll get to that in a little bit. Obviously, summoning is the main way to get new heroes. You can either do 1 or 10 at a time, or you can watch ad videos for them. 10 times summon. We got the new hero, Ranger. That's the yellow rarity one, legendary. That's a pretty good get. What does it say is available here? 1 xenoscape summon ticket. Now the xenoscape summons unlock after you do 500 total summons. Raid up summons unlock after 80. So a little bit of a ways to go here, but make sure to build up summon tickets for those anyways. For repeat heroes that you get, instead of getting like shards that allow you to star them up, you will get these little starlight stones that allow you to go to the market, purchase more not only hero shards you can purchase, but you can also purchase summon tickets and raid up summon tickets, as well as some other goodies like ice essence, fire essence, electric essence, and wind essence, which are also used to star up your heroes. Obviously, you want to pick the main heroes that are kind of your MVPs in order to do this with. You can also, if you don't have that hero, let's see if you can purchase them. We got that one, the Fire Witch. We got the Ice Witch. Wait, do I have the Fire Witch? No, I've got the Fire Mage. They look kind of similar. So we're going to go to the market. Let's get Fire Witch Fleeka. And voila, another way to get a new character. So now we got Fleeka. We're going to try her out a little later. We're going to stick with what we got for now. But always be sure to try out some of your new heroes when you get them. Now, over here in the camp mode, the first thing, obviously, that you got is talents. You don't really have anything else to spend your gold coins on. Once you reach the promotion level of Master 1, you can purchase more coins. But for now, you got to earn them. Spend them on talents in order to upgrade your entire party and keep those upgrades going. They may seem like small differences, but they eventually make a huge difference. Okay, over here on the right side, we got the monster gallery. Just like with the heroes, you can claim free gems for the ones that you earn. And you got all kinds of other events going on. For example, the 7-day carnival, if you're fairly new to the game. You can get gear enhancement things there. Legendary hero shards, carnival activity points. Now, once you have 40 legendary hero shards, you can get a legendary hero out of those. That's another way to earn more heroes. What else we got? Over on day 1. Okay, so this is one area where the red exclamation point doesn't mean you have something free. So, unfortunately, you're not, if you are a little bit OCD about it, sorry, you're not going to be able to clear out all of the red exclamation points. Now, most other places, though, you got a lot of free ones. But we're going to, okay, first we're going to look at the options menu. You can turn off music and sound, and you can change the graphics quality. Now, changing the graphics quality is important if you have an older phone that overheats and starts to slow down as the game runs. I'm pretty close to that myself. I got an iPhone 13 Pro, pretty overdue for an upgrade. Let's see how it handles iOS 26 when it comes out, though, I guess. What else we got here? Not the sign-ins. Oh, scroll down. Hero path. That means we got 10 more summons. So let's do it, since it'll be quick. Now, how did we get our red tier hero, our mythic hero, mythical hero? You may ask. Now, you get a guaranteed mythical hero after every 100 summons. I just happen to be really lucky and get Demon Spawn Zane on summon somewhere between summon 20 and summon 30, just randomly. So, looking at the summon odds, and you can see that by tapping reward preview up above, you have a 2.5% chance at mythic heroes, 5.5% at legendary heroes, 27% for epic heroes, 65% for common heroes. Now, the stats follow the hero as far as how effective they'll be, but obviously each individual attack differs. So, before ruling somebody out just because of their rarity, try out their attack. We'll go over in a little bit why it's so good. Now, reward preview for the Xenoscape summon, even without that unlocked, you can still click that. You have a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting 30,000 gems, which is insane. Good chance at mythic heroes, mythic hero shards, Xenoscape hammer, legendary heroes, a 4% chance at 2,888 gems, legendary hero shards, and a decent chance at epic heroes and promotion stones. All right, now what do we got for the rate up summon? Reward preview, rate up hero, make up 50% in mythic heroes, so that's Sword Saint Lark. And then you got 3.11 chance at mythic heroes, 3.4 at legendary heroes, and then high chances at epic heroes and common heroes. So, are they worth it? That's something to, argue about. But to me, I'm going to keep trying it. And then, all right, so we're going to start battle. We're going to go over some of the strategies there. Demon Spawn obviously is the rarest. And then I'm going to go Novice Priest because those lightning orbs are stupid in a good way. STOOPID for those of you that are wondering. Now, what makes Zane so effective is that he fires off multiple waves of that attack. So, not only does that attack do a ton of damage, but when you got a boss that you're fighting, it will hit the boss multiple times in a row, which multiplies the damage. And the Novice Priest orb attack is a homing orb that automatically aims toward enemies. And if you only got a few enemies on screen, it will hit them multiple times in a row. So we're going to summon the Ice Witch next. Great splash damage there. Good for those mobs at the beginning. You can see the Ice Witch's icicles shooting out in a circle. Obviously, I'm going to be focusing on summoning the primary 5 heroes before I get real into the upgrades. You can see, though, the Fire Mage has that Fire Boulder attack. And the High Priest has rotating lightning orbs, which are useful in a completely different way than the homing lightning orb. Now, when you got those two in the same party, you got to look at the image to see which one does what. So the orb damage bonus, because it has that shooting orb look instead of the orb centered in the picture, that means it's because it's a novice priest thing, not a high priest thing. We're going to go multi-orb. Let the battle play out a little bit more. And let our attacks take care of the mobs. Sometimes attacks that don't do much in the way of splash damage, we're going to go multi-orb again. Sometimes attacks that don't do much in the way of splash damage are better for large single-target enemies, but not always. Those ice ones are good because when you freeze an enemy for a little bit, stop them from moving. All right, paralyzing lightning. When you stop them from moving, that can get you a little bit of a respite from getting attacked. Now, none of these skills chain with other skills, so I'm going with the Flame Blade upgrade because that's the most popular skill already. Or not the most popular, the most effective. So we're kind of making it, we're kind of building up for the boss eventually, because the bosses in this game tend to be pretty beastly. Multi-boulders. The boulders, they have essentially infinite piercing ability. Now you can see ×2 up there. The game will tell you at first that you need a monthly pass before ×2, but play one of the dungeons and ×2 will be enabled. And then after that, it will be enabled during the main stages as well. Let's go Icicle count +6. That'll certainly help for mob damage. Now, obviously, each time you level up, you add another skill. And here, we actually have some stuff that can chain. So we're going to go Flame Slash to add 5 to the count, because that'll make it extra effective. Mobs are getting pretty big and pretty testy over here, so alright. Orb boost, that'll increase the orb size. Multi-icicles, icicle trajectory +1. Now, the icicle trajectory boost is massive because instead of 2 rows of icicles, now you got 3 rows. 5 minutes.
Daddy?
Sorry about that. I lost my earbud there. Accidentally pulled it out while I was talking to my boy. And yes, for those of you in the comments wondering about the sounds of kids playing at the park, I'm a dad. I'm taking my kids to the park right now. Now, as the chapters go on, you'll have more and tougher mini-bosses. After the mini-bosses, you'll be able to open a chest for skill boosts and coins. So we got orb damage bonus, orb boost, and icicle boost. And we unlocked our first High Priest Ascension skill, Supercharged. Or our first Ascension skill in general. This one just happens to be for the High Priest. So that will take the spinning orbs to a new level. We'll show you what we mean with that. Right now, actually. Oh, we don't have it in this one. So we're going to go multi-boulders again, because why not? Those boulders, as you can see, are doing lots and lots of damage compared to some of the other attacks. So let's shoot 3 instead of 2. Why not? All right, there's Supercharged. Let's see what that does. So instead of 3 orbs, we have 6 shots of lightning, which do far more widespread damage. And because of how widespread the damage is, these will certainly be more effective against the bosses. We're going to go multi-icicles to add a 4th row. As you can see, the game is starting to turn into an old school shoot 'em up, bullet hell type of game, which is kind of the fun thing about Habby games sometimes, is the absolutely ridiculous amounts of attacks that will show up on the screen, and most of the time the game doesn't even lag. Alright, we got another boss here. I believe this one is a mini boss. Giant red slime that lights up and explodes. That should be fun. As you can see, a little bit, hit points are a little bit tougher here. This dude's probably weaker against ice and stronger against fire. Unfortunately, he seems to be making short work of that dude. I've got to revive. I'm going to use it. And there we go. He's beaten. Now, as we can tell by the presence of this treasure chest, that was, once again, a mini boss, not the final boss of the level. 5 skills out of this. That's nice, though. We got our next rare skill, Icicle Frenzy, Shocking Orb, Icicle Damage Bonus, Paralyzing Orb, Icicle Barrage 2, which adds 12 icicles to the count. So it's going to look like a proper bullet hell game from here on out. And we may get a chance to get Hell Slash going there too. Because that is the skill associated with our rarest hero. That is our most powerful skill. Of course, as we went over though, sometimes individual attacks can punch much further above their weight than the hero that uses them. Orb damage 100. At this point you want all the damage boosts you can get. Now, what do the different colors mean for the skills? That means the rarity assigned to them by the game. Explosive Slash, let's do it. The blue skills are above the gray skills, the yellow skills are above the blue skills, and the purple skills are above the yellow skills, or something like that. Hell Slash, there it is. So Hell Slash, as you can see, completely modifies the slashing skill that our main hero uses, or our rarest hero. Yeah, buddy? Uh-oh. Why don't you take a seat and take a rest? The knee will stop hurting in like 2 minutes, okay? Why don't you take a knee and take a rest? I believe this is the final boss of the level. Surprisingly, he's actually going down much easier than the second mini-boss did. So we're going to bask in our victory over here. But being fire elemental, you can see that the ice skills are doing the heavy lifting here. Alright, MVP, of course, the Ice Witch, thanks to most of these dudes being fire types. Her damage against them is multiplied. So we win the level. The water fountain's broken. We'll get water at home in 2 minutes. We got the victory stash right there. And that moves us on to Chapter 8. Alright, so yeah, be sure to test all the skills of the heroes before you decide which ones to put in your party. There is nothing lost level-wise. You don't have to worry about that because the hero slots are upgraded. Clear Chapter 7. And that promoted us to Master 1. That promoted us to Master 2. You tend to get promoted almost every time you beat one of these quests. And you unlock new stuff, like in this case, the Black Market Shop. Alright, we got a little bit of a hurt knee over here, so we're going to go help the kid with the hurt knee feel a little better. And this is Game Hydro. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments about what else you want to see regarding this game. And leave a comment about other games that you may want to see us do. Alright, catch you later.